So despite the fact that I made a Pokemon episode last time on this channel, I'm pretty sure people see me as like the funny Fnaf skeleton guy. I'm a Fnaf YouTuber in a lot of people's eyes, and I thought it would be really interesting to go into how I became a Fnaf fan before we start this video today. We have to go all the way back to when I was in 6th grade and stuff. All I was really concerned about was Skylanders and Pokemon cards. And on a random day, a friend brought his iPad to school and started playing this game called Five Nights at Freddy's. I've heard of this game, although I didn't think it was about an animatronic bear. I thought it was about like the Freddy from the horror movies. And my friend let me try out the game, and it was really fun. I died to Foxy almost instantly because I didn't know the mechanics of the game, but I really did enjoy the aspect and the idea of a haunted pizzeria. About a year later, I decided to start making my own FNAF fan games called Survive Freddy. They were really bad scratch games that I developed in like a month each, and those games basically remained dormant for like 5 years after I made them. Anyways, in 2020, in the midst of the funny virus event, I decided to make a video on these FNAF fan games because I thought it would be funny to make fun of prepubescent Mikeonut. And now no one can stop talking about the games. Will you continue making your FNAF fan games? What's your favorite part of your FNAF fan games? Do you plan on making more FNAF fan games? When is Survive Freddy 6 going to come out? I'm surprised you guys are even asking this much for a remake because these are certified garbage. And that's when I came to realize that there are a lot of questions that people had regarding my fan games, me, the channel, my friends, that I never really went over in a video before, and I thought, might as well do it. There's a lot of stuff I can talk about. And I guess I already answered one of those questions, which was like, how, pray tell, did you learn about Five Nights at Freddy's? There you go. So in regards to if I'm going to ever remake my FNAF fan games, probably not. If I were to get back into the FNAF fan game scene again, I would probably want to do something a little more original than what I did in the other games. I could probably transfer over some ideas that I had, but I don't think I would go ahead and just like grab Survive Freddy 3 and like add an HD texture onto it. I would like to do something new. One of the biggest hurdles would probably have to be redesigning the characters. Because I didn't really design the characters at all. Like I said before, Cherry is just Red Freddy, and that's not really special. Heck, it was like a joke character in FNAF World. So I would like to have to redesign all of the characters so that they're actually unique. If I had to go off anything for a new Cherry design, there was this cool model that Wajahad Gaming made where it's like a toy Cherry rig, and it honestly looks really cool. It does look like Red Freddy, but at least it's a little more unique than being actually Red Freddy. There are like the eyelashes, the green accents, and even underneath the hat, there's like a little stem. I would just have to go about making the characters identifiable and unique. Is there lore behind your characters? Yes, I made a bunch of cards and put them on Twitter discussing the characters like me, Phoebe, and Dot, so you can go read those if you want. Didn't make a lore card for Cherry yet, but I'm working on it. Who's the goth girl? Friend, girlfriend, sister, and who's the robot too? I mean, go look at the lore cards, but I guess you don't want to, so I guess I'll just explain it here. The goth girl is Phoebe. No, she's not my girlfriend. I don't get any bitches. She's just a friend that pops in from time to time. I used her credit card once in order to buy an animatronic that broke down anyway, because I punched it. Dot is another one of my friends. I actually helped kind of create her in a laboratory with a friend. She accidentally gained artificial intelligence. She was originally going to be a promotion bot. Why do you keep building robots to promote your channel? Well, because maybe it works, Chip. Like and subscribe, by the way. Which FNAF character has the best designs? Okay, this is really tricky. I really like the Funtime animatronics, but I don't think I like them necessarily because of their overall design. I think I just like them because of their technical features, the fact that they're actually a threat, but they kind of look goofy. I think one of the cooler designs has to be Withered Chica, in my opinion. It's almost like she's a freaking dragon with her arms spread out super wide and her jaw almost like dislocated. It's genuinely creepy, and I think that would probably be the best design if I had to go off of an official FNAF design. If we're talking about Fangame designs, by far some of the coolest ones I've seen are the one for that fan game called Juniors coming out. Those look insane. And then also the Baddington designs. Those are genuinely uncanny. Can we see what's under the sunglasses? I mean, I've taken them off before. It's not like it's gonna be some sort of weird mystery. How did your art style change so fast? So, it changed really fast because I just became better as an artist. I will say that this current design change I wasn't planning on making. I was planning on sticking with using the old design. However, when I went and rigged up that previous design, later on down the line, I realized I did a horrible job. So much so that it was beyond saving. So it would literally be easier to just make a new rig. And around that time, I decided to go like investigate different art styles in order to figure out what would best suit the animation style that I'm trying to use. Are the UR? Maybe. Oh, okay, this is actually a really good question because I actually did mention, if you look in the comments of my last 2 FNAF fan game videos, that I was like working on integrating the Fangame characters into the channel a little more. Basically, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I basically said, yeah, you know, I'm gonna probably lift some of these characters from the Fangames and incorporate them into my channel since you guys like them so much, but I need to kind of like recreate them to be more unique. In terms of Toxic Foxy and Blue Boy, I don't think so. I just don't think they're really compelling to be anything other than just FNAF characters. I kind of have a plan for what I want to do with Cherry, and there are also other characters. I actually found more fan games. I might as well talk about that. I found more fan games that I made. I'm going to be making a video on those soon. And there are a few characters that I'd like to pick up from those series too. But in terms of Toxic Foxy and Blue Boy themselves, probably not. Why is your upload schedule so weird? Because I am literally one dude who not only is trying to make good content, but also has an existential crisis every 5 minutes. So how are you suck a gamer? Is that a challenge? I'll beat FNAF right now. What inspired you to make your OCs? They were both kind of just like stream of thought things, actually. Like, whenever I felt like frustrated or like tired or I had some sort of art block, one of the things I can do is I could just draw anything, like turn my mind off, draw shit. And that's actually how I created Phoebe and Dot. Here are the first sketches for both of them. And like, I know Dot's a little less creative. It's literally just figure with face on it. But like, that idea helped me kind of like form these characters, and then eventually I said these could be interesting characters to introduce in my videos, and then that just kind of happened. Was it hard to animate the 3D animated part of FNAF Security Breach? Yes. Only because it kept on crashing. So like actually animating the characters wasn't that hard. I basically just animated like Dot and me in Toon Boom and then just exported that as an image sequence. And Blender has this really easy thing where you could just have an image sequence or a movie as a texture and it just works. It's super cool. The part that was difficult was I was literally using the exact Freddy model that they used in the Security Breach games. And if you know anything about the models in Security Breach, it's that they have like 80 million polygons, which is stupid. So whenever I would try and preview the video, it would be like 4 frames per second even when it was just Freddy on screen, and a lot of the times it would just crash. Also, rendering in 3D does take longer. Like, I would say that individual scene itself probably took 2 weeks to do. And in order so like I didn't fall behind on a deadline or anything, I pulled out like this extra like laptop I had laying around and let it render over 3 nights in order so that like I would get that scene that I wanted, but also I wasn't just waiting for it. What inspired you to start YouTube? I mean, just like YouTubers like Markiplier, Tobuscus, and stuff like that. Those were basically like my first interactions with the YouTube platform. Those particular creators like kind of solidified the idea that I wanted to be a YouTuber. But the YouTuber that introduced me to the idea that like you could do YouTube as a job was like popular MMOs. I remember like watching his videos of like Minecraft mod reviews and stuff and like the crazy mod mashups and stuff on like my old Apple TV in the living room like at 8 in the morning. And there was like this moment I realized like, holy shit, if these people had an actual job, there's no way they'd be able to get out this much content every day. And then it kind of clicked. It's like, wait a minute, this is their job. I'm currently working on my own remake expansion of Survive Freddy 3, and I'm curious as to ideas for gameplay you'd like to see. If you have any suggestions, I'll do my best to add them. Here's a suggestion, maybe don't do that. If you want to make your own FNAF game, I would highly suggest you make something that's your own, because I definitely think you could get a lot more mileage out of that. Don't just like remake what I want to do unless you're like dead set on doing it. I highly suggest that you make your own stuff. If you are dead set on remaking Survive Freddy 3, I think its biggest weakness was a lack of cameras. There were only 3 cameras in that game. Everything else was okay. I would just say make it good and then add more cameras so it's more of a fight with Cherry. Will you show us your PC? Look at this beast. This is the MacBook I played FNAF Security Breach on. You know, the one that somehow ran it really well. I got this eGPU in order to render stuff for my 3D animation class, but it also does make this a pretty good gaming machine. Here's me playing Halo Infinite on it right now. I'm getting over 110 FPS in-game at 1440p medium settings. What is the most frustrating that has happened to you? You missed the word. What's the most frustrating thing that has happened to you while making a video? Okay, believe it or not, it's not crashing. It's not applications not working. It's me realizing there's a mistake when it's too late. Let me give you an example. No one noticed it, but I accidentally forgot to lower the gate behind Dot on this scene in the security breach video. Totally forgot, only realized it the night before I was uploading, but I literally could not fix it just because of how long it would have taken Blender to re-render that entire scene. So I basically just decided, okay, I saw this video 8 times and I only realized now that there was an issue. No one else will probably notice it's wrong, so I'm just gonna forget about it. I always hate when that happens, and it happens a lot. Okay, my voice hurts and I'm pretty sure I got all the messages across that I wanted to get across. If you want to watch stuff like FNAF on the 3DS, other FNAF related content, or whatever the hell I decide to upload, feel free to subscribe. I upload often enough so that people realize I'm not dead. And yeah, I'll see you next time. I've been talking for 2 hours. This is 2 hours of recorded audio and my throat is aching. I need water.